Look at all those babies. These are roly-polies, woodlice, isopods. They imprint on the first creature that they come in contact with. Helps them to trust me. I've been present for the birth of every little creature in my enclosure bin. I've spent the last few months setting up a kind of biological preserve. Really spectacular. Spared no expense. Don't you think that these little guys look like gummy candy? What flavor do you think that one is? All jokes aside, the Isopod bin has been doing fantastic. There are a lot of man-K crawling around. So much, in fact, that I figured I could start a brand spanking new bin. And that we'd try a few different things this time. I went with a 30-quart tub with ultra-latch technology. Word of warning, though, there are tiny openings where the latches are connected to the tub, so this thing is not 100% airtight. This time I drilled 9 uniform holes and covered them with a micropore medical tape. The tape should allow air and moisture flow, but prevent too much give and take with the outside world. For substrate this time, I went with a bag of organic compost mixed with biochar that's been seeded with mycorrhizal fungi. I'm thinking this should be a pretty tasty substrate for the ungrateful little crap heads. Organic compost contains loads of delicious organic nutrients that will continue to break down and seep into the environment organically. Biochar is a form of charcoal that will act as a purifying agent in the mix, and the Springtails will love it as well. Plus, the fact that the whole thing's been seeded with fungi, well, that's just icing on the cake. Isopods benefit from an active and healthy microbiome, and the fungi should work well to help out in that regard. And perhaps the single most important element when discussing isopod substrate and enclosures is, can you guess? That's right, you got it. Dead leaves. I got my little shopping bag full of leaves here, and I do have some pine needles in there. That's mostly for aesthetic, though. I like the woodsy look that it gives the enclosure, you know? So it's time to get mixing. I used 1 bag of the compost, and then I started working in handfuls of leaves. I crumpled and broke a lot of the matter up, then mixed, then crumpled some more, then mixed, then crumpled some more, then mixed. I think I got it pretty good there. And now on to the dressing, the accoutrement. We have a nice looking moss lawn there, with some ferns too, I think. Some weeds in there, and some wild grasses. And some delicious, delicious bark. Very good shit, I'd say. But look here. We have a hitchhiking hobo trying to mooch his way into the good life. Well, no sir. There be no free rides here. So we'll have to do a bit of prep before we utilize these here goods. When you source components from nature, the concept of sterilization comes up. I'm not aware of anywhere in nature that would be considered sterile, so I don't really like the idea of doing too much to sterilize. But I found that leaving your loot submerged in some water for a day or two should sort out the most egregious of the offenders. Doesn't that look so damn good? Sometimes I wish that I could live in these little places that I create, like my own personal little wonderland. Moisture is needed, so misting we must commence. And then I surgically relocate a starter population of our springtails, taking a piece of charcoal in tong and gently convincing the little fucks to move out of Mama's basement. They're gonna love living here. And so are our baby isopods. Let's toss them in there too. If you have a sharp eye, you might have seen a little red critter just then. Despite submerging everything in water for a day, there still were some hangers-on hanging around. I'm thinking that these guys shouldn't cause us too much trouble. They can't really hurt our isopods. These are Pseudophilithrips varicornis. Hollyhock thrips. Definitely considered pests. But aren't they striking, though? Beautifully destructive. And look at this guy here. I managed to capture our first harvestman. I have no idea what the species is, so if you know, please let me know. And this is all the footage that I managed to capture of him before he went missing. I have zero clue where the hell he went. The mesh on the big tub is kind of wide, so he might have just squeezed his way right on out. I don't know. So I caught a second one, better than the first. And you know what? I'm putting him in the new bin. I want to keep a close eye on this one. And as you can see, the new bin is already off to a great start. There's so much life going on all around us, but we often don't stop to look and wonder about the very, very small. I hope that these videos, if anything, get you interested in learning more about the critters that live right in your backyard. Look at this guy. This is not my cat. I have two cats, and this is not one of them. This is the neighborhood cat, Butters, who keeps me company when I'm hanging out outside. He's super friendly and social, always telling me what's what with his sassy-ass meows. He belongs to the family a few houses down and wanders up and down the block. And as much as I enjoy his company, I am strongly against letting your pet cats roam outside. They're incredibly destructive to the environment. And I think it's incredibly irresponsible, frankly. Well, that just about does it for another one. Let me know what you think. You should check out the rest of my garden series too. There's lots of good stuff in those videos. And I can't wait to see you next time. Take it easy now.